Chancellor, President Gertler, colleagues on the platform party, and most importantly, graduates, along with all of your family, friends, and fans here today. First of all, I want to extend my warmest personal congratulations to each member of the graduating class. I'm truly humbled to share this occasion with you. And I'm deeply grateful to the University of Toronto and to the Governing Council for inviting me to join you as a University of Toronto graduate this afternoon. Today, you are graduating from one of the world's greatest universities. Let me say that again. Today, you are graduating from one of the world's greatest universities. And like thousands of alumni before you, your accomplishments will continue to strengthen its reputation in the future. Now, of course, joining you today here brings back vivid memories of the excitement, the anticipation, and that uncertainty that I felt at my first graduation in 1976, a long time ago. But it was at a very different time and place. Where the University of Toronto is auspiciously located in an urban region that is a living laboratory for diversity, for social cohesion, for resilience, for creativity. My undergraduate degree was, as you heard, from Stellenbosch University, a little-known institution in a beautiful but very small city that nestles among majestic mountains at the southern tip of Africa. And 1976 was also the year that riots broke out in the schools of Soweto and rapidly spread across South Africa. Black students were rebelling against an educational system that was designed to stifle their opportunities. They took incredible personal risks, given the brutal repression of prior waves of resistance to South Africa's apartheid system. But their massive school boycotts shook the nation. But it would take 15 more years for apartheid to crumble and for Nelson Mandela to take his long walk to freedom. I couldn't continue living in a country where the color of your skin defined who you were and what your future would hold. So after completing a doctorate, I came to Canada, later marrying the Canadian who brought me here, and we've raised 4 children together. Now, coming to this country from troubled places is a familiar experience for many people in this room, and for many more who are part of this university community. But I must say, after 3 decades, I feel more fortunate than ever to have made Canada my home. And that is particularly the case when, to the south of us, I see high school students again protesting, not simply for a better future, but to stay alive inside their schools. It's indeed a challenging time. Political polarization is growing. The impacts of climate change are accelerating. And while we've never had so much information at our fingertips, what is true and what is false seems to be more in question than anyone can remember. Now, of course, many periods in human history have seen enormous change, turmoil, upheaval. But what is distinct today is the speed at which change is happening and the extent to which the world is now interconnected so that shifts are no longer isolated to one country or even one continent. This surge of change, profound change, is very unsettling. but it's also energizing and opens up enormous opportunities for your generation. In a nutshell, our systems, political, economic, financial, health, education, energy, our systems were all designed for a different time, and they're struggling to cope with a new set of completely changing realities. And it is your generation that will lead the world through this period of enormous societal transition. My very simple message to you today is this: you have every reason to be confident in your ability to make your own unique contribution to that generational effort, to succeed in what you choose to do, and to make a positive difference in the world. You're here today because you're determined, resilient, and resourceful, all attributes necessary for success. Your education at a first-class research institution also gives you a great head start. And I would bet that in the last few years, you've become better at thinking critically and creatively, at making a coherent argument about what is or isn't right and true and fair, and at defining and solving problems. Now, it might surprise you, but in the course of 30 years working in different corners of the innovation ecosystem, those are exactly the same traits and skills that I've seen as distinguishing features of successful innovators. Think of it this way. Your critical capacity lets you take a hard look at things as they really are, not how others claim them to be. Your creative capacity lets you imagine different and better alternatives to that current reality. And your problem-solving capacity lets you get on with designing and testing ways of making things better. Now, I'm a STEM person, but reading the mainstream media, it's easy to be misled into thinking that the future of innovation is all about whiz-bang science and technology. You might even conclude that real innovation means creating a new product or a new software platform that disrupts an entire market. I couldn't disagree more. I see innovation first and foremost as about people, not about technology. It's a state of mind that has characterized trailblazers in diverse fields for centuries, and it has absolutely nothing to do with your discipline. Successful innovators come from backgrounds ranging across the arts, the sciences, and commerce, just like this group of graduating students. And in most cases, the process of innovation is accelerated and yields better results when people from diverse backgrounds come together to solve a problem. Put another way, the world needs all of you, and the world needs you to work closely with each other. No matter what the next stage of your life involves, there's of course no shortage of challenges in this troubled world where your innovator's mindset can make a positive difference. And here's the happy side effect. Pick a good cause, and you will pick good company. Because problems worth solving attract people and organizations worth spending time with. In short, you have many causes to pursue and absolutely every reason to be highly optimistic about pursuing them successfully. And all of you, in turn, are a great source of optimism to those of us on the platform. Thank you for the better future that you will create. And I again thank the University of Toronto and the Victoria College graduating class of 2018 for letting me share this occasion. My warmest congratulations and best wishes for every success, great happiness, and magnificent adventures in the year ahead. Thank you.